Good morning, everybody. Yesterday, we had studied about the story of Palanpur, about the vegetables or the cultivation done out there, how the green revolution has increased the production of the village Palanpur. Now, as the population is growing, we are going to study will the land sustain? Will the land sustain or remain the same? So we can say that as the earth is quite a big one, large, India is 7th largest country. But as time is passing by, as the population is growing, we are fighting for land or we are struggling for land. Say your forefather or great grandfather had a lot of land. Now they had 3 sons or 4 sons. The land was divided between 4 of them. So the land reduced. Then they divided their property into smaller area to their children's. And today, as this sequence hereditary has been followed, today we find that we have very less property. If our great grandfather had 50 acres or 50 biga or 100 acres divided into 4, that gives you 25 acres. Then again divided between 3 or 2, that gives you 12 acres. And today the size of the plot is being reducing. As this a natural resource, it is indicated for more than overused resource again and again, the fertility is reduced. We are using this land for construction. Now what we are doing? Construction we can say we are making dams, we are making roads, we are making railway lines, airports, then we are making buildings like malls, etc. That requires land. So there are many people who are selling their agricultural land and earning more profit from and living their life comfortable, but creating problem for other peoples. Once it is destroyed, it cannot be restored. So the land destroyed cannot be restored. It's further used for agriculture. We are using like chemicals, we are using pesticides, insecticides. That is a problem. That's why this cannot be restored. Now, how is land distributed? Land distribution. Now, means when you are talking about the village Palanpur, there are a lot of families. It says there are about 440 families living in Palanpur. Out of that, say one third equals to 150, families are landless, means they don't have any land for cultivation. They are people who go on other people's farm to work. There are near about 60 families. There are about 60 families who are rich or medium or large owners of land. Either they are large owners, large or medium owners of land, and they have near about extending 2 to 10 hectares of land. Nearly 2 to 10 hectare of land. Who provides land labor? Now, who provides labor? Already studied, there are 450 families, 150 are landless, they don't have any property. There are 60 families who are quite large. So those people who are landless, they go to work on the land of the family who owns large area or large land. They are paid laborers, daily wages. They are paid less. They have to work from morning to evening, or you can say they have to work the whole day for a very small living. They get, actually government has said, or they pay around 300 rupees per day, but many laborers get very less wages. Mostly who provides laborers? So people who do not have any land, they provide labor to the large farmers. How much the capital is needed? The capital needed for farming. Now, as people, you mostly belong to farmer family, so you understand that what things are required for cultivation, for agriculture, for farming. It requires a great deal of labor. We require seeds, then we require some fertilizers, pesticides, we require some urea, we have some machinery, etc., which means we have to put a lot in agriculture. Even the things that are not written and which you understand what things are required. Okay, like HYV are there. We have to buy some things, we have to take loans. Okay, we have to take some loans also for doing agriculture. There are people who do take loans and they die in debt. Farmers commit suicides. Why? Because of debt, loans. When they cannot repay, they hang themselves, they kill themselves and leaving their families behind. Even some kill their families also. They join their work, means either they hang themselves or they do eat some poisonous things, kill themselves because they cannot pay the loan. And this is a great problem in India. Many Indian farmers are dying because they don't get the required payment, the required price for their product, for their farms. The businessmen, they purchase at very low rates. What do the surplus extra farm products do? Sale of surplus product, surplus farm product. So you understand it. Once again, you all farmers, you grow vegetables, you grow groundnuts, arandi, and many more things. So what do? You keep some for yourself, some quantity for ourselves, and whatever is extra is sold in the market and earn money, so that money can be used for the other products that are mentioned above. The large farmers, as the small farmers don't have any land, they are laborers, so their income is very less. They just earn the daily wages. But those who are large farmers, they earn more money and they become richer and richer. They can become richer and richer.